Ty, where are you right now? The wedding is about to start. Nobody has seen you around yet, and we all can't seem to get a hold of you. We are all starting to get a little worried, you know?
Sorry about that, Tiff. I know this is a little crazy, but do you think we could call off the wedding today?
Ty, it's about time you started to talk. And it's the day of our wedding, so how are we supposed to cancel it now? I'm not going to get upset with you for oversleeping, so could you please hurry up and make your way over here?
I didn't oversleep this morning, and I don't have any plans of coming there. I'm really sorry, but let's just cancel this wedding.
What? Why are you asking me to cancel the wedding then if it isn't because you overslept? Is this your way of saying that you don't want to get married after all?
Well, it's not that I hate you or anything, but I've found someone else that I'd like to marry.
Huh?
So I can no longer marry you, Tiff. I want to spend the rest of my life with this other girl.
No! This can't be happening! You have to just be joking by telling me that you found someone else, right? Especially when we've already come this far. It's been 5 years now since we first started dating, and we are finally going to get married today. And both of our parents and family and friends have all come here today to watch us become one.
I'm sure that my parents and friends will all get pretty upset over this, huh? But I made sure to prepare myself for all of that. I'm with someone new now, and she's the one that I really want to be married to.
This cannot be happening right now. My fiancé not showing up to our wedding because he found someone else and telling me on the day of the wedding? What the hell is wrong with you, Ty? Who's this new girl have to be that made you throw me away on our special day? That would be me! I'm so sorry, Tiff. But your little sister is going to have to take Ty off your hands now. What? What the hell, Mandy? So you're the one that stole my fiancé from me at the last minute? It turned out that Ty loves me way more than you, and because of that, I had no other options than to take him into my arms. What the hell? I have no idea what's going on anymore. This is only going to get worse. Wait until everyone else learns about my fiancé being taken by my own little sister. Please don't tell me that you've been hiding this from me for a long time now and have been together behind my back. Well, we've been a thing for a half a year now. I think the day after Ty had proposed to you was the day we started going out. That was the day that he told me his true feelings, and I said yes to dating him. Why would you say yes? Well, after seeing how happy you had been with him, I started to get a little jealous. And so I started to have the urge to be just like you, and luckily your fiancé came right to me. Again with that sad excuse for a reason? Couldn't you have been a good sister to me and found another way to become happy besides taking my man? All the time you keep saying you're jealous of me and how happy I am, and that's always been your reason for stealing things from me. It all started with you taking my clothes and toys when we were younger, and now it's turned into you taking my man? Do you not have any common sense, Mandy? Huh? But isn't it normal for someone to want to marry the person they love? All that happened this time is that the person I loved was also the person you loved. But he decided to choose me over you, so I did nothing wrong here. Why are you acting like you started to love Ty at the same time I did? You don't really love him. Rather, you just want to have everything I have. That's all it's ever been with you, is you wanting the things I have because I look so happy with them. Hey, please don't get this angry. It's been going on like this ever since we were young, so you should be used to the fact that all your things will become my things. I think this is destiny, so we just have to let things be.
Shut the frick up, Mandy. This is what you always say at the end, that this is all just destiny and that I need to let things happen. I'm no longer going to forgive you for this. And actually, I'm finished with even thinking about you. Consider today the start to us no longer being family. I have no desire to know the face of the person that steals my groom on the day of my wedding.
I already planned for you to leave me once this happened, so no problem for me. So I hope you're not just saying that to scare me right now. Heck, I don't even need any of you guys now that Ty will become my man. He's graduated from a very nice university, so he'll be just fine making enough money to support me.
I hope you realize that it's not just going to be us that cuts ties to you. All of my friends and Ty's family are starting to say the same things.
Whatever. I never planned on seeing any of you guys again, so I'm 100% okay. So have a great life, Tiff. Hey, Tiff! It's been a couple of years, hasn't it? I've got a few things to talk with you about, so I hope you have time.
Huh? What do you want with me? I thought I told you that I no longer wanted anything to do with you.
I am aware of that, but I have a favor to ask. And I think that what I'm about to ask is perfect for you.
And what can that possibly be?
Well, you are still single and living at Mom and Dad's house, right? And so that's why I want to make a proposition. I'd like to return Ty back to you.
What? You want to give me back Ty?
Well, I can see that you're still single, and I have started to feel bad because you can't seem to find anyone else to marry. You are still single, right? So then that's perfect because you can have him back and get married.
Not at all perfect. I don't want anything to do with him either. I don't even have any feelings for him anymore, so there's no need in reawakening anything from the past.
You say that, but I'm sure you want him back. And this is going to be your only chance, so I take it before I get tired of talking to you.
Why are you asking me to take him from you? I don't care to sit here listening to you go on and on and on, so hurry up and get to the point.
Huh?
There's no reason you'd be giving me Ty back if you didn't want anything in return, right? Ah, maybe you think that by giving him back to me, you'll be allowed to go back to Mom and Dad? To me, that must mean you regret ever doing all of this selfish crap and are at the end of the line.
That's not what this is about. I don't really care that you guys cut me out of the family.
Then why have you come back to me? If you're not going to tell me straight, then I'll have no other choice than to block you.
I'd really like for you to give me one of your kidneys. Well, I've become really sick and both of my kidneys are failing. And so, my doctor has been saying that it's getting to the point we need to start looking for donors. So please, 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 would you give me one of your kidneys?
You're lying, right? You can't be that sick to where your kidneys are failing, right?
Well, after getting Ty from you and cutting ties to everyone else, him and I would go out eating and drinking and playing every night, and soon it started to all just mesh together into one big party. But then out of nowhere, I collapsed one day and was later told in the hospital that my body was not doing too great.
Oh?
And over these past 5 years, I've gained over 80 pounds. I never really cared what I ate or drank, and so I really started to ruin everything to do with my health. And so the day I woke up in the hospital was the day I was told that my kidneys have been affected the most by my eating and drinking habits.
You gained 80 pounds and ruined your kidneys. Doesn't that sound like something you deserve for all the crap you've done to me and others?
What? No! I've been doing my best now to try and diet. I've even cut out all alcohol and sweets to try and fight my weight in poor health, but the doctor told me that my kidneys are too far gone and I need to be hooked up to a machine more frequently. I guess once I pushed them to their limits, they couldn't come back from it. I'm way too young to be dealing with this, and even the doctors are starting to find people that would match, but...
I see. You really did it to yourself this time, huh?
But I'm seriously asking you to please give me one of your kidneys. From the looks of it, I don't think they'll be able to find me any other matching donors for a while, and I don't want to be stuck in this hospital for years. And so asking you is the easiest and safest way to get me taken care of quick.
All right. So you wanted one of my kidneys in exchange for giving me Ty back?
Well, to be honest, ever since I became this sick, him and I have been fighting non-stop. I'm sure that after a little while longer, he'll be asking to get a divorce, so to skip to the chase, you can have him back from me. Then you can finally marry him, and I'll be able to return my health back to normal. It would be a win-win for both of us.
How is that a win for me? I told you that I'm no longer interested in him. I'm sorry to hear that you're this sick now, but you can try your best to find another alternative besides asking me.
Wait! Can you please rethink this? Are you really alright living the rest of your life as a single woman? Your life is going to become boring and loveless before you know it. Is that really the way you want things to go?
Huh?
You're going to miss out on the joys of living with your partner if you don't take him back. Are you really alright with never being able to experience the life of having a husband? Well, I suppose so, since you haven't even tried to find another man. Do you understand that someday Mom and Dad will pass away, and you'll be all on your own? I'll bet you'll regret never taking Ty from me then, huh?
Surprising that you'd say this all to the person whose wedding you ruined.
I'm sorry about that, so hurry up and give me that kidney! You can have a husband finally, and I can go back to living my life without being hooked to a machine. I'm giving you your love back, so please!
I already have a husband and a daughter, so I don't need him.
Eh?
That's why I said I don't love him anymore. So stop all this crap. No matter what you say to me, all of my love is being used to care for my family. And I have to think of my family's future now, so I'm not handing one of my kidneys to you. I've only got 2 of them after all. There might be a time that I need to give one to my daughter.
Wait a sec. Huh? You're married? And you have a daughter now? Huh? When did you give birth to a baby?
Well, I had her a bit over 2 years ago now, and boy, is she so cute.
No, you must be lying to me. You are still single, right? And this is all a stupid joke. And that's why you're still living at Mom and Dad's house, right?
I'm not sure from where or who you got that information from, but I am married now, and I am still at Mom and Dad's house, but with my family living here as well. This way, Mom and Dad can spend every day with their adorable little granddaughter.
I had heard that you were still living over there, so I'd assumed that meant you never found another man.
Well, that just seems to have been a bit of a mistake on your part. Well, now that I've gotten that across to you, we can call it here. Bye-bye. Good luck with those kidneys.
Wait! Are you just going to throw your little sister away like this? Your little sis has become really sick and could even die from this.
That's right. And?
I know that we had our problems back in the day when we were younger, but right now there is a serious problem that I need help with, and you won't let the past go? Throwing me away at a time like this could kill me.
Well, this must be your destiny then, so you have to accept that, right? Isn't that what you've always said to me about everything? So, have a good time, Mandy.
Please, Tiff, can you please give one of your kidneys to Mandy for me? It seems like you're one of the only people right now that can do it.
Huh? I heard from her that you guys were always fighting and whatnot, yet here you are trying to save her life? You even came all the way to me to try and save her.
It's not that I'm being really nice to her or anything, but that I'm freaking out. If you don't do anything to help her, they might have to steal one of my kidneys.
What do you mean by steal one of them?
Don't you know? There are times when you don't have to have a perfect blood match to donate an organ. So even if the person isn't family or similar to her blood, they can try with one of my kidneys.
Oh, is that so? Well, then why not give her one of yours, since you love her so much?
I don't want to! I don't want to have to go through surgery or anything like that!
Seriously?
And this was all her fault in the first place. She didn't take good care of herself and made her kidneys fail. And then whenever she'd go to the hospital, she'd always say bad things about me to the nurses. She'd say things like, I never helped her get better and that I don't care for her anymore.
Oh my.
She's told me that once she's better, she's going to leave me, but I don't want to leave her yet. However, I can't help her because I don't want to give her my kidney. So please, Tiff, can you help me out here?
No thanks. I told you both that I no longer care about you guys, so how would I work up the strength to give her one of my kidneys now?
Are you kidding me?
By the way, whose fault was it for all of this? On the day of our wedding, you told me you no longer loved me and that you wanted my sister. So even though you now want my help, that's not gonna make me change my mind about you two awful people.
Fine. How about I leave her and then I can come back to you?
Huh?
Well, I heard from Mandy already that you're married now, right? But I'm sure that you married him because you had lost me, right? So that means you must still really love me deep in your heart. There has to be something within you telling you to come back to me, right?
Calm down, Ty. I don't love you at all. And asking me to leave my family like that is totally disgusting.
Well, I'd be fine with taking your kid with us as well. Don't you feel just like me, not wanting to give Mandy one of your kidneys? So let's both secretly run away and start a new life together. Things will be a lot less scary that way.
Well, why not just run away on your own then? Because I really do not want to be roped into your guys' drama.
Please don't say that to me. I'm telling you we can leave this place fast. I'm right in front of your house as we speak.
Huh? Like, right now? Are you really in front of my house?
Well, I came to get you. So could you please open your front door for me? Then we can get all your things and leave.
Perfect! Don't you dare move an inch. I'm coming to get you right now.
Huh? You are?
I never thought it'd be this easy to find you, but you made my job a whole lot easier. I've been waiting a very long time now to take you to court to get my money from you. Do you know who you left all the wedding payments to after you left? Not me, but your parents. They paid for it all as a way of saying sorry for how you betrayed me. And ever since then, we've been on the hunt to find you guys, so I'm gonna get you and take you to them.
Hey, this is bullcrap! Wait a second!
And it hasn't just been me and your parents, but also my dad looking for you. He told me that he hasn't been able to relax after you hurt me as bad as you did, and the only way he'll calm down is after knocking you out.
Huh?
Thankfully, today is the day my dad stayed home with us. We are getting back to head to a theme park later this week, so this'll be perfect. We can take care of you and after head out on vacation.
Well, hold on. Your dad is a pretty big dude, and I've seen him lift over 150 pounds of crates before.
Now don't say it like that. You're making him seem like he's all muscle and no brains. So, if you don't want to have your lights turned out, I'd sit right there and let us take you in.
me, Tiff. Ty has disappeared and I haven't heard a thing from him. He hasn't come to the hospital or home at all, and all he has left to do is sign some paperwork for me regarding the kidney transplant.
Oh?
You weren't going to give me your kidney, so I had to resort to taking his. And we were right to the end of everything and only needed his signatures before we could do the surgery. But the fact that he got up and disappeared before all of this is insane.
Could you calm down, Mandy? Ty is doing fine, and he didn't run away from you. He's just back at his parents' house now.
Why is he back there? Him and I had agreed that we'd never go back. Did he decide that he'd just leave me here to go running back to his parents now?
Well, I wouldn't say he returned back to them willingly. He actually came here asking me to run away with him and start a new life. But at that time, Dad was still home and took him into his car and drove him back to his parents' place.
What? I have no idea what's going on here. But why would he try to run away with you?
He told me that he didn't want to give you one of his kidneys. And so his idea was to come to me so that we could leave immediately and never be heard from again. Man, does he not like to think before doing anything.
This can't be happening. But if he's only over at their place, that means he should be coming back here real soon. And once he's back here, I can get him to sign this paperwork and we'll be all set to go.
I don't think he'll be going back to you. It turns out that for the next few years, he'll be working on a family friend's farm.
Huh?
Well, you guys both left us to pay for Ty and my wedding years ago, right? And thankfully, his parents were kind enough to pay for it all as a huge sorry for their son's actions. And so, to pay both of them back for that, he's going to be working a long time over on that farm.
No way! So he's really not coming back for me? What is going to happen to me now that my donor is gone?
Well, even if he was with you, he really didn't seem like he wanted to give you his kidney. So your best bet is just living off the dialysis machine.
No! That jerk!
So I hope you can figure all your kidney stuff out. Ah, and Ty said he'll only be sending you a little money each month for your food and house.
Well, there's not even a point now. I'm never going to be able to survive on my own now while I'm this sick. I'm not going to be able to work either, and so I might as well just die already. I can't take this going to the hospital twice a day for 3 to 4 hours getting my blood cleaned anymore.
Well then, maybe Dad will help you out with that. You should be happy that you have such a loving dad like him.
Dad's going to help?
I made sure to let him know all the details about you being this sick. He said he doesn't mind not talking or seeing you anymore, but he'd at least help you out a bit with all your medical crap. Dad is really the sweetest man in the world.
I know that all of that should be calming for me, but I bet this isn't going to go well. I'd rather him just not get involved with all of this.
Huh? Why? Isn't it hard living by yourself while dealing with such a terrible sickness?
That's all very true, but I don't think things will go well for me with Dad around. And when he takes me into the hospital, I'm sure all the nurses and doctors will tell him everything.
What else do they need to tell him about? What have you been telling them over at the hospital?
Well, to get things to go a lot smoother for me at the hospital, I told them that my parents had both passed away.
Really?
That's all I could do, Tiff. My doctor kept telling me that before the operation, I'd need to talk with my family, so I said they weren't around anymore besides you. And so after that, everyone started to treat me so well there because they all felt bad for me, and they even tried helping making the vibe much better for Ty when talking to him about my condition.
So you used the nurses to help try and get Ty to give you one of his kidneys?
I never meant for them to be so strict to him about the surgery. I just wanted him to take care of me after all I did for him with getting him away from you. It seems that all the staff here took that a little too far. It made him start to feel guilty about not helping me. I never meant for him to feel as worried as he might have felt.
Ugh. I feel that lying to all the nurses and doctors has not helped your case. Well, now that I know that I'm going to make sure Dad goes there.
Huh?
And I'll make sure to let Dad know all of this before he leaves to come see you. I'm sure you're going to be so excited to see Dad after running from him for 5 years. The following day after my final conversation with Mandy, our parents took off to help get her admitted to the hospital. It wasn't out of love or concern, at least not anymore, but more out of obligation to make sure she was placed in the care of professionals who could handle what she'd done to herself. Once they got there, the back and forth with doctors and nurses began. Tests were run, evaluations made. And as the situation became clearer, my dad finally spoke up. He told the hospital staff that while he understood the severity of her condition, he also wanted it known that our family wouldn't be stepping in to support her. Not anymore. He apologized, not for her, but for the damage she'd caused to herself, to us, to everything. Then he turned and walked away, leaving her there in that sterile, humming room of machines and cold glances. From that day on, Mandy's life became a loop of monitors, IV lines, and dialysis. The nurses took care of her, but the warmth you'd expect just wasn't there. They knew enough about her story now to be polite, but distant. Professional, but not personal. She now lives permanently in the hospital, tethered to machines that keep her alive because her kidneys have completely failed. She's no longer free to come and go, her entire world confined to a single room. The walls, the beeping, the fluorescent lights. The forced smiles from staff who once cared deeply for patients like her, now reduced to routine.
Martha, I'm really sorry. This is super last minute, but my mom wants to visit this weekend.
Wait, what? Anna's coming here?
Yeah, she made some plans to meet up with friends in the area, and she figured since she's already coming out this way, she might as well stay at our place.
You've got to be kidding me. You're really dropping this on me now? Ray, come on. You need to tell her no. Tell her she can stay in a hotel or something near the station. There's plenty of places.
Yeah, about that. I already told her she could stay with us.
What?
I know, I'm really sorry. I'll make it up to you. I'll bring you your favorite cake or something. Promise.
If you're sorry, maybe you should have said no to begin with. Let me guess, trying to be the good son again? You just can't say no to Anna, can you?
It's been a while since I've seen her. I felt like maybe this was my chance to be a good son, you know? I just couldn't bring myself to turn her down.
If the decision is already made, fine, but you owe me, big time. And next time, don't you dare decide something like this without asking me first.
Thank you, Martha. I swear next time I'll say no right away. Really, I'm sorry. Thank you for being so understanding.
Now that's how a husband should behave. Firm, commanding, in control. I must say, I'm quite proud. Looks like all those years raising Ray weren't for nothing. A cheeky little wife like you, sometimes she needs to be reminded of her place. Getting tossed out once in a while is just right. I've told you time and time again, stay out of our marriage. The Ray I fell in love with was kind, considerate. That's the man I chose. But every time you interfere, every trace of that tenderness disappears. Oh, hush already. You talk big for someone who hasn't even managed to give us a single grandchild yet. Want to have a say in this family? Then start by giving birth to one. You belittle me for being your daughter-in-law, pressure me constantly to give you grandchildren, and now you're gloating about me getting kicked out? How many landmines do you plan on stepping on before you finally back off? Me stepping on landmines? Oh no, dear. You're the one walking right into disaster. You got tossed out by your own husband after serving him that pitiful excuse for a meal, and then you still have the nerve to talk back? You got exactly what you deserved. Serves you right. What? You know, the house feels so much more peaceful without you here. I think I might just stay for a while. Feels like a proper home now. Excuse me? Someone who got thrown out doesn't exactly have the right to make demands, do they? Besides, I'm sure Ray will be happy to let me stay as long as I like. He always says yes when I ask, doesn't he? You can't be serious. You actually plan on staying? How long are you going to keep squatting in my house while I'm locked out of it? What, am I just supposed to wander the streets until you feel like leaving? Oh, I don't know. Maybe forever? Wouldn't that be convenient? No wife to challenge me, no meals to suffer through, no attitude to deal with. Honestly, I think this arrangement suits us all just fine.
You can't be serious.
Anyway, I'm feeling quite full now. Ray rushed out earlier to get us that fancy sushi I love. What a sweet boy. So I think I'll go curl up under the warm blankets and sleep like a queen. You enjoy wherever it is you end up tonight. Try not to catch a cold.
Hey, Martha, when the hell are you coming back? It's dinner time already.
What?
You're my wife, aren't you? Then why the hell are you getting home later than me? Both Mom and I are starving over here. So hurry up and get your ass back here and cook.
I told you to stop talking to me like that. And you've got some nerve demanding dinner when you're the one who threw me out yesterday. You don't get to kick me out like garbage and then act like I'm supposed to come crawling back and serve you like nothing happened. How selfish can you possibly be?
Shut up! A wife has no business talking back to her husband like that. What's wrong with me wanting to run this household like a proper man should?
Excuse me?
Look, I know Mom can be a bit old-fashioned, okay? But would it kill you to try and get along with her just a little? Maybe try listening to me once in a while instead of always pushing back. Just stay quiet, do what I say, and take care of me. Is that really so hard?
Ray, what the hell is wrong with you? Where is this even coming from?
I'm tired, Martha. I'm tired of always being stuck between you and my mom. If you'd just try, just once, to get along with her, I wouldn't be so stressed all the time. Why can't you just read the room and be a decent wife already?
A decent wife? Are you seriously saying that to me right now?
Honestly, you're too stubborn. I thought maybe if Mom came and stayed with us for a bit, you'd finally try to meet her halfway. But nope, same cold attitude as always. Do you ever stop and think about how hard it is for me?
Wow, so all that time you were apologizing to me, telling me you understood. You were just pretending, huh? You actually agree with your mother. You think wives should just shut up and obey?
I mean, come on, isn't that just how it's supposed to be? The wife takes care of the home, cooking, cleaning, laundry. The husband pitches in a bit, sure, but that's not really his domain. And you're always banging on about equality and fairness. It's exhausting. I'm over it.
We both work full-time jobs, Ray. We both come home exhausted. What's so wrong with sharing the housework?
Yeah, we both work, but food just tastes better when a woman makes it, you know? Guys don't unwind by scrubbing dishes. They relax when the woman they love takes care of them. That's just facts.
So that's what this is. No matter how many times you said sorry, you never really meant it. Deep down, you think like Anna. You see me as some convenient live-in maid. And no matter what I do, you'll always let her walk all over me.
Stop overthinking everything and just come home and cook dinner already. A real wife should be making a proper meal for her tired husband. And if you try to serve that vomit-worthy fried chicken again, don't even bother knocking. You won't be let back in.
You must be mistaken. I don't have a husband anymore.
What?
We're divorced, Ray, so I won't be setting foot in that house ever again. And I certainly won't be cooking dinner for you or your mother. Why don't you order sushi again like yesterday? Good night.
Wait, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean, divorced? You can't just throw that word around.
You threw me out over something petty. You humiliated me in front of your mother. I was angry. So angry I couldn't sleep. This morning, I went and filed the divorce papers.
Hold on, what? What?
It's done. The papers were accepted. We're no longer husband and wife. We're strangers now.
No, you're not serious. Tell me you're not serious. You can't just file for divorce on your own. I never signed anything. You need my signature. You can't just do that without me.
Oh, don't worry. I used the signed copy you gave me years ago.
What? What are you talking about?
You remember that fight we had about Anna a few years ago? The huge one, where we nearly ended it for good? We made up eventually, but we went so far that we both signed the divorce papers, just in case. I kept them, like a keepsake. A reminder of how bad things got and how hard we fought to fix them. I never thought I'd actually use them, but now I'm glad I did.
You've gotta be kidding me. So we're actually divorced now? For real?
That's right. You didn't want me as your wife anymore, so now you got what you wanted.
But I didn't mean it like that! I don't want a divorce! Why would you throw away our marriage just because of one fight?
Because your mother said she plans to stay in that house for a while, and I've had enough. You act like a completely different man when she's around. Cold, arrogant, performative. Even when you apologize, it's empty. No sincerity, no change. That's not something I can live with.
But...
And the final straw, you threw away the meal I made. After everything I put into it, planning it around your tastes, worrying if you were too tired to choose something tough, adjusting the seasoning, trying to make something comforting, and you tossed it in the trash like it meant nothing.
It was just one meal! You're really gonna leave me over something that small?
Small? You think it's small? Let me tell you something, Ray. Even when I didn't want to, even when I was exhausted, I still cooked. Not because I was supposed to, but because I loved you. I wanted to make your life easier. I wanted to give you something warm when you came home. That food represented my care, my effort, my love, and you spat on it.
I didn't mean it like that!
I'm not Anna's dream daughter-in-law, and I'll never be the obedient little wife you apparently think I should be. But I did love you. I gave everything I could to this marriage, and now, after all that, you're telling me I should just shut up and serve you like some housemaid? If that's the life you want, go become an oil tycoon and hire someone to pamper you. Don't expect me to do it.
Martha, just slow down. Let's talk this through.
There's nothing left to talk about. I'm not going to change who I am, and clearly you're not going to change either. We were always walking parallel paths, never meeting in the middle. This divorce just came a little sooner than I expected. That's all. And honestly, I don't regret it.
Wait, Martha, please! I don't want this! Let's at least sit down and figure something out, please!
No, Ray, there's nothing left to figure out. We're done. Goodbye. I heard from Ray. So, the wife is the one asking for a divorce? You really are arrogant right down to the bitter end, aren't you? But honestly, I couldn't be happier. I've hated your guts since the very beginning, so good riddance. Of course. I figured you'd be thrilled. I could almost hear your smug little cheer from a mile away. I always thought my sweet son deserved a sweet wife, not someone like you. Now that the nuisance is finally out of the way, maybe he and I should live together again, Actually, I'm thinking I'll personally find him the perfect wife. Someone gentle, someone respectful, someone who deserves him. Oh, I think that sounds fantastic. Let's hope you find someone just as sweet as you want, and maybe even someone who can support him like I did. Because without a wife who earns what I do, he'll probably be saying goodbye to this apartment too. Huh? What do you mean, say goodbye to this apartment? Oh, that's right. I don't think I ever mentioned this, but this apartment, it's actually leased under my name, and every single month I've been the one paying the full rent. What? Wait, Ray's not the one paying for this place? Not a chance. To be honest, Ray couldn't afford it if he tried. This place has great amenities, perfect location, and the rent is pretty steep. It's only because my salary is more than triple his that we were able to afford it comfortably. Triple? You're saying you make 3 times more than my Ray? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm sorry to disappoint you with that little fact right at the end. I know women earning more than their husbands doesn't sit well with your traditional values, but it's the reality. So, wait, you're telling me Ray can't afford to keep living here on his own? It's not impossible, technically. But he'd be spending over half his monthly income just on rent. That doesn't leave much for food, transportation bills, or, well, life. Half his income? Maybe it's different in your hometown, but around here, it's quite common for wives to out-earn their husbands. Anyway, I'll be heading out shortly to terminate the lease. If Ray wants to keep living here, he'll need to contact the real estate office himself and sign a new contract, under his name this time. Wait, Martha, hold on! What is it now? Let's just take a step back and talk this through. Now that I think about it, we've never really sat down and had a proper chat, have we? No tea, no casual conversation. Maybe that was our problem. You know what? That never happened because we never got along, and I don't see how chatting over tea would have made your snide remarks any easier to swallow. But maybe next time... Next time we meet, we could try again, talk properly, enjoy ourselves. Maybe we just misunderstood each other all along. How about we have a nice tea party, just the 2 of us? I feel like we could finally get along, don't you? How sweet of you to say. But I have no interest in being friends with someone who only wants to make peace after realizing they might lose their comfortable life. What? You can't be serious! Seeing you panic the moment you found out how much your daughter-in-law earns, it's very unlike you. Not arrogant, not cruel, just scared. But anyway, I've got things to do. Goodbye, Anna.
Please, Martha, I'm begging you, just come home. I swear I'll never throw you out again. I won't ever disrespect your cooking or toss away a single meal you've made. I promise. Please, just don't leave me. Don't give up on us.
I'm sorry, but I already did. And the thing about throwing something away, you don't go back digging through the trash for it afterward. I've moved on. There's no going back. So do yourself a favor and start accepting that.
Please don't say that! I swear I'll change! From now on, I'll act the same way in front of my mom as I do when we're alone! I get it now, trying to act like the head of the household, being that old school kind of man, it's outdated and toxic! I was stupid to think that was something worth admiring! I swear to you, Martha, I won't ever go back to that again! Please, just forgive me!
See, Ray, I'm not even against the idea of a traditional marriage structure necessarily. I really do believe there's no one right way to be a couple. If both people genuinely agree on how things should work, if they're happy and treated with respect, then that's fine. But we didn't agree. I didn't agree. What you called being the man of the house was just you using it as an excuse to silence me, to ignore what I felt, to make me feel small. And I can't, I won't accept that anymore.
I understand, I do! I swear to you I'll never treat you that way again! I can't live without you, Martha. I need you! You know how much I love you! You have to know that!
Yeah, I do know. That's what makes this even harder, because when it was good between us, when you were kind and loving, you were an incredible husband. But when it was bad, you were careless, cruel even. Your flaws they weren't just flaws. They broke something in me, something I can't just patch up and pretend didn't happen. And that's why, no matter how many sweet words you say now, I won't come back. Reconciliation? It's not an option.
I can't believe this!
You'll be okay, Ray. Your mom already said she's going to find you the perfect little wife, remember? Someone obedient, someone sweet. Maybe next time she'll find you someone a little more tolerant.
I don't want anyone else. I want you. I'll get on my knees if I have to. Hell, I'll cut ties with my mother if that's what it takes. If that's what you need, I'll do it. I'll do anything. I swear I'll make her back off.
You're too late. You didn't protect me when it mattered. You didn't stand up for me when your mother made me feel like I didn't belong in my own home. You let her humiliate me day after day, and now that you've realized what it cost, now you're ready to draw the line?
I wasn't strong enough before. I see that now, but I can be better. I will be better.
That's something you should have figured out before you lost me. Now it's just too late. Take care of yourself, Ray. After everything that had happened, I immediately ended the lease on the apartment. But as expected, Ray couldn't manage to pay the rent, so he ended up taking Anna and returning to his hometown. It was clear that they were both running away from the consequences of their actions. Ray, perhaps, was hoping that going back to a place where he was once familiar would somehow offer him the solace he desperately needed. But, in reality, the situation was far more complicated than either of them had anticipated. From what I hear, Anna hasn't given up hope. She's determined to find the perfect wife for him, saying things like, "I'm going to find him the best wife in the world." She's been working tirelessly on it, trying to secure a future for Ray, but it seems like the reality of their situation has become more complicated than she anticipated. It turns out that Ray's earnings were far lower than anyone had imagined, and finding a woman who would willingly marry him has proven to be more difficult than she thought. She's been desperately looking for someone who could tolerate his flaws, but the more she searched, the more it seemed like no one was willing to step into his life. Anna had always been someone who believed that with enough effort, things could be fixed. She had spent so much of her time trying to help Ray, trying to mold him into something better. She believed that if she found the right person to marry him, it would all fall into place. He would change. They would be happy, and their lives would finally be stable. But with each passing day, it became more and more apparent that Ray was a lost cause. It wasn't just his financial troubles. It was his mindset, his complete lack of self-awareness, his inability to take responsibility for anything, and this was the crux of Anna's frustration. She had spent so much energy trying to fix someone who didn't even want to change. What Anna didn't fully grasp was that Ray wasn't just lacking in money. There was something deeper, something darker, that made it hard for anyone to stick around. Ray had always believed that things went wrong in his life because of others. And over time, that belief only grew stronger. Now, whenever he talked about the past, it was always the same story, how everything was his mother's fault. It was as if he couldn't see any of his own mistakes. His own shortcomings. He would tell anyone who would listen that divorce is all because of Mom, or that Mom ruined everything. And worse, he would claim that Mom was the one who made me miserable. These twisted thoughts seemed to consume him more with each passing day. This was the extent of his reality. Ray didn't seem capable of facing his own failings, let alone correcting them. His bitterness, his self-pity, and his obsessive need to place blame on others consumed him, and it left no room for growth. With this mindset, there was no way he could ever move forward in life. There was always someone else to blame for his shortcomings. His mother, his ex-wife, society, and so on. It was everyone else's fault, except for his own. And the more he clung to this belief, the more he dug himself into a hole that he couldn't climb out of. And when things got really bad, after a long day of drinking, after a binge of self-pity and anger, Ray would become a completely different person. He would get violent, drunk beyond control, and take it out on Anna. The situation was getting worse by the day. Whenever he reached this state, he would lash out at her, calling her names, accusing her of being the reason he couldn't move forward. It was as if everything that went wrong in his life was somehow her fault. The worst part was that, despite Anna's efforts to stay strong for Ray, the emotional abuse she was enduring only seemed to make matters worse, and with Ray's uncontrolled rages, there was no real end in sight. I could only imagine how much pain Anna was going through. She wasn't just trying to fix Ray, she was also trying to hold on to a hope, a dream of what their life could be like if only Ray would open his eyes. But the truth was that Ray wasn't the same person anymore. He had changed, and not for the better. The man she had married was no longer the man standing before her, and she was stuck in a cycle of trying to salvage a relationship that was beyond repair. I heard Anna's screams echoing through the neighborhood on several occasions. It wasn't just a cry of pain, it was pure terror. She would shout for him to stop, but it was as if Ray couldn't hear her anymore, or worse, didn't care. It was as if all of his bitterness and self-loathing had manifested into these violent outbursts. It got so bad that I'm sure everyone in their hometown knew exactly what was going on. Every neighbor, every passerby had heard the angry shouts and the violent banging. It seemed like the damage had already been done, and Ray had spiraled so deep into his own bitterness that no amount of pleading could save him. What was even worse was the effect this had on Anna's mental state. She had always been a strong woman, but this relentless emotional abuse was breaking her. It wasn't just the physical strain of trying to manage Ray's erratic behavior, but the emotional toll of seeing him spiral out of control and not knowing how to help him. It was slowly eating away at her, and with each passing day, she lost a little more of herself in the process. She had poured so much of her energy into trying to fix him. But the reality was that Ray didn't want to be fixed. He had to want it himself, but he was too consumed with anger and resentment to see that. The worst part of it all was the fact that Anna, despite her efforts, couldn't find anyone who was willing to marry Ray. With his unpredictable nature, his self-destructive behavior, and his apparent inability to understand the consequences of his actions, it was no surprise that no one wanted to be with him. After all, who would want to marry someone who constantly blamed everyone around him for his problems? Who would want to build a future with someone who believed the whole world was out to get him? Anna's quest to find a perfect wife for Ray was becoming increasingly futile. It became clear to me that Ray wasn't the only one struggling. Anna was too. She was fighting her own battles. She was trying to do the right thing, trying to make up for everything that had gone wrong in Ray's life, but all her efforts were falling flat. She had hoped that by finding him the perfect woman, everything would magically fall into place. But the reality was that the more she tried to fix him, the more she became entangled in his problems. As much as I wanted to sympathize with Anna, it was hard. She had made so many decisions that led to this point. And now she was paying the price. Ray wasn't the man he used to be, and it wasn't just because of his finances. He had turned bitter, angry, and resentful. And the worst part was that he had started to take it out on the one person who was trying to help him, Anna. She was the one who was constantly there, trying to soothe his rages, trying to calm him down when he spiraled out of control, but it wasn't enough. And no matter how hard she tried, it was never going to be enough.
Sorry, David. About this weekend, I don't think I'll be able to make it over there. My stomach's been feeling tight, and the doctor told me I need complete bed rest. I hate having to cancel on you like this, especially since I know you look forward to our weekends, but the doctor was really firm about it during my appointment today.
What? Is everything okay? Is something wrong with the baby? Should I come home right now? This is more important than any work assignment.
It's fine, nothing that serious. The doctor just said I should avoid long-distance travel, so I won't be able to visit you at your work assignment. I feel bad since I usually bring you home-cooked meals every weekend.
Oh, don't worry about that stuff. You and the baby are way more important than my meals. I'll just grab takeout or whatever. Don't stress about it. Seriously, Sarah, your health comes first always.
Thank you, David. I really appreciate how understanding you're being about this.
No, I should be thanking you. You've been making that trip every weekend, even though you're pregnant. You should just take it easy at home until the baby comes. I've gotten pretty good at cooking for myself anyway.
Speaking of which, I noticed you've been stocking up on seasonings lately. Your fridge used to be completely empty, not even an egg in there. Now you've got actual spices and fresh ingredients. I'm proud of you for learning to take care of yourself.
So don't worry and just rest at home. I'd be too worried about you and the baby to focus on work anyway. Knowing you're safe and resting will actually help me concentrate better.
All right, I'll take your advice and just relax at home from now on.
I'll be back before the due date. Sorry, but please just wait for me until then.
Sarah, I just heard from David. He said you're not feeling well and having stomach pains. Are you okay? Should I make something simple and bring it over to you? Or I could go to buy some takeout?
Thank you for your concern, but it's just some tightness, so I'm really fine. I'm not actually feeling sick or anything.
Oh, really?
Sorry if David made it sound worse than it is. I've just been traveling to his assignment in Chicago every weekend. But I've decided to stop for safety reasons. The doctor just recommended avoiding long trips for now. Maybe that made him think I was really unwell.
Ah, I see. That David, always explaining things in a way that causes confusion. I got all worried thinking I needed to step up since my son isn't nearby. I was already planning what groceries to buy for you.
Thank you so much for always caring. It means the world to me to have such a supportive mother-in-law, but I'm really okay. Just need to take things a little easier, that's all.
Well, if you're sure. How about I go visit David this weekend instead? You've been bringing him home-cooked meals every week, right? I could take over that responsibility temporarily.
Really? Would you do that? That would be incredible, but it's going to be such a long trip for you. Are you sure you don't mind going all the way to Chicago?
Of course, it's no trouble at all. Plus, I can do a bit of sightseeing in Chicago while I'm there. I actually haven't been to the city in years. Maybe visit that famous deep dish pizza place everyone talks about.
That would be such a huge help, Margaret. Actually, David failed multiple parts of his health screening last year.
What? Really? He never told me about any health problems. That boy keeps everything to himself.
That's why I've been bringing him nutritionally balanced meals, but I'm worried he'll go back to eating fast food when I'm not around. You know how he is. He'll just grab whatever's convenient. So having you bring him proper food would be incredibly helpful. I'm sorry to ask, but would you mind doing this? I feel really terrible putting all this burden on you.
Absolutely, and I should be the one apologizing. David's about to become a father and he's failing health screenings left and right. He needs to start taking better care of himself. What kind of example is that for his child?
Maybe you could give him a good talking to while you're there. He's been slacking on his workouts lately too. Says he's too tired after work, but I think he's just making excuses.
Just leave everything to me. I'm great at that kind of thing. He may be a grown man, but he's still my son. I can manage this. You just focus on resting, Sarah. Call me immediately if anything comes up.
I really don't know what I'd do without you, Margaret. Thank you so much for your support. Hope you had a good week at work.
You too, Sarah. How are you feeling now? Any changes on your condition since we last talked? Has the tightness gotten any better?
I'm doing well, thanks to all the rest. Following doctor's orders has definitely helped. I've actually been enjoying the slower pace for once.
Oh, good to hear that. But don't let your guard down. Make sure you take it easy this weekend, too. No heavy lifting or trying to reorganize the whole house. I know how you get when you have free time.
You too, David. You've been working late every night during the week, haven't you? You should relax on weekends at least.
I know. Maybe I'll take your advice and sleep in. It's been weeks since I didn't set an alarm for Saturday morning.
That sounds perfect. You deserve some real rest after all those long hours. Good night, then.
Yeah, good night. Good morning, Jessica. It's the weekend. Want to spend some time together? Come over to my place if you want.
Excuse me?
Guess what? My wife seriously isn't coming this weekend, so we can spend the whole weekend together. No more sneaking around or worrying about her showing up. We can just hang out at home or go somewhere tomorrow. Let's enjoy a proper weekend date for once. I've been looking forward to this all week.
David?
Remember what I told you the other day about how my wife is pregnant? Because of that, she can't visit me anymore starting this week. Doctor's orders and all that. So no more dating on weekdays only rule. From now on, we can be together every day, weekdays and weekends. Isn't that amazing?
Weekdays and weekends.
My wife's been the reason we could only meet on weekdays. Plus, her constant contacts meant you couldn't even stay overnight. But now we can be together every single day. I'm so happy. Oh, and I got you something special for today. I know you're gonna love it.
Wait, hold on. What is this about?
What do you mean? Don't tell me, Jessica. Did you forget about our first anniversary? Today marks 1 year since we met and started dating. It's our special day. I can't believe you'd forget something so important to us.
What?
This lonely assignment has only been bearable because of you. A girlfriend who's nearby means so much more than a wife far away. I even got you a present for today, but I can't believe you forgot our anniversary. I'm heartbroken.
But you have a wife and a baby on the way. I appreciate the gift, but don't you think this relationship should probably end soon, especially with the baby coming?
What are you talking about, Jessica? Like I said before, I didn't want to have a kid. I only did it because my wife and mom kept nagging me about it. They wouldn't stop bringing it up every family dinner.
What?
My wife has been going on about wanting kids since we were young, and my mom kept pestering me about wanting to see grandchildren. I would have preferred to wait longer, but I gave in to the pressure. Sometimes it's easier to just do what they want than argue with them.
Oh, really? I just thought you wanted children too.
I mean, eventually, but having a kid makes it harder to have fun, you know? Plus, I never expected to meet someone as amazing as you. You're so different from my wife, more spontaneous, more exciting. Man, getting married and having a kid was such a mistake. I regret it completely. If I'd met you earlier, I definitely would have married you instead. We could have had such a different life together.
What?
I'd rather have kids with you than my wife. They'd definitely be adorable. My wife looks okay with makeup, but she's so plain without it. I feel bad for the kid if they end up looking like her. But imagine how cute our kids would be.
What did you just say?
Man, I'm getting more and more excited to see ya. My wife can't travel here because of the pregnancy, so we can date freely. No more hiding or making excuses. Come over to my place today.
You should probably run away right now. And I mean that literally.
Huh? Jessica, what are you talking about?
Unless you want to see the afterlife before you see your child's face. Margaret is headed your way right now, and she's furious.
Margaret? You mean my mom? Wait, why would you know my mom's name? And how would you know where my mom is?
You better hurry, or you really will see the afterlife. She just bought a baseball bat at the Chicago Cubs merchandise store. She said she found a good wooden bat, so this is seriously bad.
A wooden bat? Wait, what's going on? Jessica, what is this about? Why are you talking about my mother?
Who are you calling Jessica, you cheating idiot? Check who you've been texting right now. Look at the contact name at the top of your screen. You weren't texting your mistress. You sent everything to your wife.
No! This can't be happening! Why was I texting you? I was sure I was texting Jessica!
You got carried away because I wasn't visiting, and that led to this spectacular texting fail. You were so excited about having a free weekend that you got sloppy, didn't you? I'm just speechless at how stupid you are. A whole year of cheating, and this is how I find out?
No way! This can't be happening! A texting mistake? Me making such a basic error? I'm always so careful about this stuff!
And of all days, it had to be the day Margaret was coming to visit you. She's in Chicago today instead of me. I thought you would have been contacted about that by her, but apparently not.
Mom never contacted me about anything. That's why I invited Jessica over. If I had known Mom was coming, I never would have. This is just a disaster.
Maybe Margaret thought I had told you. Either way, I've already forwarded all your idiotic messages to her. Every single one of your cheating texts.
What? You sent them to my mom? I can't believe you did that to me!
So watch out for that wooden bat. Margaret used to be a softball player, didn't she? I remember you telling me about her high school trophies.
Ah! This is bad. This is just bad. The doorbell is ringing now. It's ringing like crazy. It's definitely my mom, and she sounds furious. I can hear her yelling my full name through the door.
And she's got a wooden bat. Talk about the perfect weapon. I bet she knows exactly how to swing it, too.
This isn't the time for jokes, Sarah. Please, you have to call her off. Tell her it was all a misunderstanding.
Well, I'm going to rest now. You can have that heart-to-heart talk with Margaret instead of me. Sorry to bother you while you're resting, Sarah. I wanted to ask about what to do with this idiot son of mine. What do you think would be appropriate? I have some ideas, but I want your input first. Thank you for your hard work, Margaret. I can't believe you went all that way just to deal with this mess. What's the situation there right now? Well, first thing I did was hit him with the bat. His nose bled, but it stopped now. I may have gotten a little carried away with that first swing, but honestly, reading those messages made me see red. Wow, straight to violence. I'm impressed by your directness, though I hope you didn't hurt yourself swinging that thing. Then I had him call his mistress over without mentioning I was here. She showed up right away, and now she's sitting next to David, both on their knees. They look absolutely terrified. You got the other woman there too. Your efficiency is incredible. I bet that was an awkward situation for them. I've gathered some evidence of the affair and gotten confessions from both. Is there anything else you'd like me to do? I'll handle whatever you need on your behalf. This is the least I can do after my son betrayed you like this. You're doing so much for me. If it's okay, could I ask for a few more things? First, could you take a photo of the woman's driver's license? And get her workplace and family contact information? I want to make sure her family knows what kind of person she is. Got it! Also, could you get our house keys back from David and collect all his credit cards, bank cards, and account books? I need to know exactly how much money he spent on this affair, and I don't want him accessing our accounts anymore. Your instructions are so clear and helpful. I'll do everything you asked before I head home. I'll bring back some famous Chicago deep dish pizza as a souvenir. At least something good should come out of this terrible trip. Yay! I can't wait! Thank you for handling all of this, Margaret. I'm so sorry about my idiot son, especially when you're about to have a baby. I raised him better than this, I thought. This is a failure on my part as his mother. Don't worry, having such a strong mother-in-law gives me confidence. Anyway, I'm going to rest some more now. If I'm sleeping when you get back, just use David's keys to let yourself in. Will do. Well then, see you later.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I'll get on my knees. I'll do anything. I'm truly sorry. Just please don't divorce me. We can work through this, can't we?
Huh? Wouldn't you rather be with your mistress anyway? You can divorce your plain-faced wife. You should be happy. Isn't this exactly what you wanted?
No, that's not true! I was just getting carried away! You know how men talk when they're trying to impress someone? You're the one I love most, Sarah! Nothing is more important to me than you and our baby! So please don't talk about divorce!
How can you even say that? Your words to her were completely different. Those didn't sound like lies to impress someone.
That thing with her was just a moment of weakness. I was lonely here and she was available. I was planning to end it as soon as my assignment was over. Really, it meant nothing compared to what we have. She was just a distraction from missing you.
Oh, really? Is that so? But when I called your company, they told me that you requested to extend your assignment.
What? Wait, you called my company?
Of course I did. My husband was cheating during his work assignment. Plus, it seems like you've been bringing her to the company apartment regularly. I had to ask if the company was facilitating affairs or something. They were very interested to hear about your extracurricular activities.
Oh no! My career is ruined!
They said they don't do anything like that, but they did mention you requested an extension. Now, what could that be about? Were you planning to go back to Chicago after I gave birth? Leaving me to handle all the childcare while you returned to your girlfriend? Was that your master plan?
No, that's not a...
I can't trust you anymore, and I don't want to live with you, so divorce is the only option. I don't want to hear excuses. Just sign the divorce papers.
But you're the one who'll suffer from divorce? Sure, I messed up with the cheating, but it was just an affair. Divorcing over this will only make you and the baby miserable. Think about what's really best for everyone here.
What? Are you seriously trying to turn this around on me? You cheated, and now I'm the one who will suffer? The audacity is unbelievable.
Raising a kid alone is harder than you think. Your income will drop during maternity leave. Money will be tight. Even when you go back to work, balancing job and childcare is impossible. The one who'll really suffer is the innocent child. Don't you care about what's best for the baby?
You betrayed me and the baby, and now you're saying this? I know that single motherhood is hard, but it's better than living with a cheating father.
Please, just calm down and think about this rationally. I swear I won't cheat again, and I'll help with childcare completely. I'll be the perfect husband and father from now on. So please, let's not get divorced. You can't handle raising a child alone. Be realistic about your situation.
That's why I have Margaret. Even as a single mother, I have Margaret as support. We're planning to live together, so your concern is unnecessary. She's more reliable than you ever were.
What? My mom is gonna help you out?
Margaret suggested it herself. Even after divorce, the baby will be her grandchild, so she asked if she could help with childcare. She's disgusted by your behavior and wants to make up for it.
So you're gonna live with my mom?
Yes, she offered to let me move into your family home, no rent, and she can watch the baby anytime. She even said I could return to work early if I wanted. It's the perfect arrangement for me and the baby.
No way! This is insane!
And get this, she's going to cover all living expenses. She's been saving money that was supposed to be your inheritance, and she said I should use it without hesitation. She wants to make sure her grandchild has everything they need.
That's impossible! She'd spend that much on an ex-daughter-in-law? That's my inheritance money! She can't just give it all away!
Of course, while we're living at your family home, you're banned from visiting. She said never to come back for holidays or any other time. You're effectively disowned until further notice.
But it's my family home! This is outrageous! I could maybe understand divorce, but this is like you're stealing my home and my inheritance! How is this fair? I'm her son!
Excuse me? Fair? You want to talk about what's fair?
You manipulated my mom using the baby! You probably threatened that she'd never be able to see her grandchild! Forcing her to cooperate like that is dirty!
Don't you dare, you stupid son! If you had proper finances, this would all be resolved.
Stupid son? Is that you, Mom? How long have you been listening?
Honestly, sitting right next to her listening to you say whatever you want, Sarah. If you could provide adequate property division and child support, I wouldn't need to be this involved. But you blew all your savings on your mistress, and you might even face disciplinary action at work. In this situation, I can't abandon Sarah. Someone has to take responsibility for your actions.
How do you know about my empty savings? Did you go through my personal financial information?
Who do you think confiscated your bank books and cards? I checked all your assets when I took them. Do you know how pathetic your account balance is? After a year of affair spending, you have practically nothing.
Ah! When you came with the bat, you really did clean me out!
I wanted to give it all to Sarah right then. But seeing your pathetic amount made me want to cry. That's when I offered to support their future myself. Making your parent cry at this age. You should be ashamed. What kind of man leaves his pregnant wife with nothing?
Mom, I'm sorry. I never thought it would come to this. I didn't mean for any of this to happen.
As Sarah probably told you, don't ever come back to the family home. All you can do now is work hard to pay proper child support. Stay away from my precious daughter and grandchild, you idiot son. Thanks to Margaret's help, we were able to get divorced successfully. Margaret also handled getting compensation from the other woman, and we received the full amount we requested in one lump sum. David received formal disciplinary action from his company and was pulled back from his assignment. Then transferred to a warehouse position. His salary was significantly reduced, but he still sends the standard amount of child support every month. However, as the terrible man who cheated on his pregnant wife, rumors spread throughout his company, and he's now treated as an enemy by all the women there. He's apparently living with a lot of shame and embarrassment.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.